Can a small piece of fruit really be the reason why you find yourself waking up 2 or 3 times every night? It might sound hard to believe, but for many seniors across the region, this is an unexpected reality. After finishing dinner, perhaps enjoying a slice of fruit or a glass of juice, you settle down hoping for uninterrupted rest. Yet just as your body begins to drift into sleep, your bladder refuses to remain quiet. This recurring disturbance is more common than many realize. In fact, countless older adults quietly endure the frustration of repeated nighttime awakenings, though few openly discuss it. The night feels long, but the bladder calls insistently, pulling you from peaceful slumber again and again, even when there isn't much urine to expel. Why does this happen more often after the age of 60? Dr. Lee explains that as we age, subtle changes in the body's function begin to take shape. The kidneys, responsible for filtering fluids and maintaining balance, slow their pace especially during the night. This slowdown is not a weakness, but a gentler rhythm that affects how fluid is processed. At the same time, the bladder becomes increasingly sensitive. It starts reacting to smaller volumes of urine, sometimes as little as half a glass, sending urgent signals to the brain. In younger years, the bladder held more patience, waiting to be truly full before demanding attention. But in later years, the nerves around it grow more alert, more easily triggered by slight pressure. What we eat and drink, particularly in the evening, plays a significant role in this process. Certain foods common in many households, citrus fruits, spicy condiments, or heavily flavored teas can irritate the bladder lining. For younger adults with robust bladder health, these may cause little to no problem. But for seniors, these foods can lower urine's pH, making it more acidic and creating a gentle irritation. This irritation encourages the bladder to empty sooner than necessary, leading to those frequent nighttime trips. So choosing the right foods in the evening becomes more than a matter of taste. It becomes a key factor in the quality of your sleep. Sometimes the path to better rest starts not from the bedroom, but from what's on your dinner plate. In the next segments, we will explore 5 fruits that naturally soothe the bladder and promote restful sleep, alongside 5 fruits that may quietly disrupt it. Small, simple adjustments can lead to profound relief. Before we continue, I invite you to reflect. What time is it where you are watching this? Share your thoughts below. It's these moments of connection that enrich our journey toward wellness. In many homes, the choice of fruit after dinner is a simple tradition. A sweet banana, a slice of papaya, or some juicy watermelon. But for seniors, not all fruits are created equal when it comes to supporting bladder health. As the body ages, digestion slows, and the bladder becomes more reactive. Even a seemingly harmless fruit can either soothe or irritate. Let's start with the humble banana, a staple in countless kitchens. For generations, elders have heard advice like, eat a banana in the evening, it keeps the stomach calm. This is not just folklore. Bananas are naturally low in acid, meaning they rarely irritate the sensitive bladder lining. For someone waking frequently at night, this simple fruit offers a gentle calm. One medium banana contains roughly 400 milligrams of potassium, a mineral that relaxes smooth muscles, including those in the bladder. This relaxation helps prevent unnecessary contractions that send urgent signals to wake you. For many seniors, especially those managing mild blood pressure concerns, bananas provide energy without adding internal heat. The best time to enjoy a banana is mid-evening, around 5 p.m. or at least an hour after dinner. Make sure it's ripe, not overripe, and avoid eating it cold from the fridge, which can upset digestion in older bodies. Next, papaya, a fruit often overlooked and dismissed simply as a digestive aid, deserves greater attention. This bright orange fruit contains an enzyme called papain that supports protein breakdown, easing digestion. Why does this matter for bladder health? Because when the stomach and intestines feel light and comfortable, they do not press down unnecessarily on the bladder. Imagine Mr. Park, a retired man from the city who switched his heavy dinner for a lighter meal, followed by papaya. He noticed his bloating lessened and his nighttime bathroom visits decreased. Papaya's gentle alkalizing effect also helps keep urine from becoming too acidic, a relief for sensitive bladders. For best results, eat a ripe, Slightly soft slice of papaya, about 150 grams, after dinner. Avoid overripe or underripe fruit. Now, consider the pear. Often overshadowed by more popular fruits, pears are soft, sweet, and naturally low in acid. They are particularly beneficial for elders dealing with constipation and bladder urgency. Constipation can press on the bladder, causing false urges to urinate. Pears contain sorbitol, a natural sugar alcohol that draws water into the intestines and eases bowel movements. As some village elders say, a happy stomach keeps the bladder quiet. Eating a medium pear in the late afternoon can reduce bloating and abdominal pressure. Remember to eat the skin as it contains fiber, but wash it thoroughly. Chew slowly for easier digestion. Watermelon, a summer favorite, might seem like a questionable choice due to its high water content. But eaten in moderation and during the day, it can reduce inflammation in the urinary tract. It contains lycopene, an antioxidant that supports prostate health and soothes bladder walls. Mr. Kim, in his early 70s, found relief after adding small amounts of watermelon to his midday meals, reducing nighttime discomfort. The key is to avoid watermelon after 2 p.m. and eat it plain, at room temperature. Finally, guava, a fruit often growing quietly in backyard gardens, holds surprising bladder benefits. Slightly firm, ripe guava is high in vitamin C but has lower citric acid than citrus fruits, making it gentler on the bladder. Mrs. Lee, a retired teacher, began eating a medium guava mid-afternoon and noticed fewer night awakenings and less burning during urination. For elders, guava's mild anti-inflammatory compounds can be a quiet ally. Enjoy guava without milk, peel if the skin is tough, and skip added salt or spices. These 5 fruits, banana, papaya, pear, watermelon, and guava, offer natural, gentle support to aging bladders. Each works in its own way, calming and soothing without force. While these 5 fruits quietly nurture the bladder and encourage restful nights, there are others that may do the opposite, especially when eaten after sunset. Many habits from younger years, once harmless, can become disruptive as the body changes. Evening fruit choices, in particular, can either support or disturb sleep quality. Take oranges and Mozambique juice, for example. Freshly squeezed Mozambique is a summer favorite and often enjoyed after dinner for its refreshing tang. However, citrus fruits like oranges and Mozambique contain high levels of citric acid, which can irritate the bladder lining when consumed near bedtime. Mr. Chen, an elderly man from a bustling city, shared how he used to drink a glass of orange juice nightly around 8 p.m., hoping to aid digestion and hydration. Instead, he found himself waking multiple times during the night, each time with an urgent need to use the bathroom. Once he shifted this habit, moving citrus juices to the early afternoon, his sleep improved dramatically within days. This irritation comes from the acidic urine lowering its pH, causing a burning sensation along the sensitive bladder walls. For aging bladders, this is enough to trigger false urgency and disrupt rest. Another culprit hiding in many fruit salads is pineapple. Its sweet, juicy flavor masks a powerful enzyme called bromelain, which aids digestion by breaking down proteins. While beneficial during the day, bromelain also stimulates bowel movements and can increase intestinal activity when consumed at night. Mrs. Gupta, a senior from the coastal region, enjoyed pineapple slices after dinner to relieve constipation. However, she soon noticed midnight bladder pressure causing premature awakenings. Increased bowel activity while lying down can press against the bladder, leading to false signals and nighttime trips. If pineapple is your favorite, consider swapping it for papaya or pear in the evenings, fruits that are far gentler on the bladder and digestion. Grapes, though small and sweet, pose their own challenges. They contain natural sugars that can ferment in the gut, especially when eaten late or on a full stomach. This fermentation produces gas and bloating, pressing on the bladder. A retired teacher in the northern region recounted that black grapes, despite their appeal, often left him restless and bloated at night, forcing multiple bathroom visits. Additionally, grape skins are harder to digest for seniors, further increasing discomfort. If you wish to enjoy grapes, opt for peeled, ripe ones, eaten during the morning or early afternoon, and avoid chilling them before consumption. A mix of citrus juices, orange, lemon, kiwi, often appears as a healthy, refreshing drink in many homes. Yet combined acids create a concentrated assault on bladder comfort after sunset. Juices are more potent than whole fruits, delivering sugars and acids rapidly. For a gentler alternative after dinner, warm water with a slice of soft pear or room temperature watermelon cubes can hydrate without irritation, promoting calm rest. Lastly, the raw tomato, commonly eaten as a salad or side, contains oxalic acid, a compound that can form tiny crystals in urine and irritate the bladder lining. In seniors, this leads to increased urgency and disrupted sleep. An elderly couple from a metropolitan area shared how replacing their raw tomato salad with cooked vegetables like boiled carrots or steamed beans greatly improved their nighttime rest without medication. Cooking tomatoes softens oxalic acid, reducing bladder stress. So enjoy tomatoes cooked in your meals, but avoid raw slices in the evening. These 5 fruits, orange, pineapple, grapes, mixed citrus juices, and raw tomatoes, are not bad by nature. Each has its place in a balanced diet. But for those in later years, timing and portion become crucial. What once seemed like a harmless habit can quietly disturb sleep and comfort. As we age, our bodies change in subtle but significant ways. Digestion slows, and the strength of digestive enzymes wanes. The ancient wisdom of Ayurveda, now supported by modern science, teaches us that digestive strength, or Agni, diminishes after sunset. The body's ability to process food delicately fades, requiring gentler choices. Eating watery fruits such as watermelon, grapes, or citrus too late can cause fluid imbalance and pressure on the bladder during the night. Instead of aiding rest, they trigger frequent urination, bloating, and mild acidity. Combined with slower digestion, these effects multiply. When fruits are consumed too close to a full dinner, mixed with heavy staples like rice bread or lentils, they can begin to ferment in the stomach. This fermentation creates gas, heaviness, and discomfort, which ripple down to disturb sleep. The simple solution lies in mindful timing. Fruits rich in water, watermelons, sweet lime, and oranges, should be enjoyed before 5 p.m. This allows the body ample time to process fluids and settle the urinary rhythm before bedtime. Calming fruits, such as bananas, pears, and papayas, are better suited for evening consumption, but even then, they should be eaten at least 2 hours before lying down. This window ensures smooth digestion and prevents false urges during the night. Above all, fruits should not be eaten immediately after a heavy meal. Allow your main dinner to settle first, then enjoy fruit as a light, separate snack if needed. At this stage in life, the body is not demanding more, it is seeking better timing, better rest, a deeper understanding of what truly nourishes. Understanding the quiet signals your body sends is the first step to better sleep and bladder comfort. As digestion slows and the bladder grows sensitive, small choices ripple into significant effects. Sometimes it's not medicine or tests, but a simple change in what and when you eat that can restore peaceful nights. Take the story of Mrs. Meena, a retired teacher from Pune. Night after night, she found herself waking at 1 a.m. and again at 3 a.m., unable to enjoy deep rest. She had a habit of drinking a glass of orange juice after dinner, believing it helped cleanse her digestion, but the acidity was quietly disrupting her sleep. One evening, she replaced that glass with a soft, ripe slice of papaya around 7 p.m. No medicine, no special routine, just one gentle change. The result? 6 hours of uninterrupted sleep, a small shift yet a powerful lesson in listening to the body's needs. This is the essence of mindful eating as we age. Not rigid rules, but awareness and kindness toward our changing rhythms. No pressure, no harsh restrictions, just thoughtful choices that honor your unique needs. So today, try making one small adjustment. Choose calming fruits like banana or papaya in the evening. Move acidic or highly watery fruits like orange or pineapple to the early afternoon. Keep this simple shift for 3 days. Observe how your nights unfold. Notice whether your bladder feels calmer. Pay attention to how your mornings greet you. You deserve rest. You deserve peace. You deserve to wake refreshed, not weary from interrupted sleep. Now that you are familiar with the fruits that soothe and those that may irritate your bladder, the power to improve your nights rests in your hands. Remember, these changes are subtle but profound. Often, it's the smallest adjustments that bring the greatest relief. Health in later years is not just about medicine or doctor's visits. It's about understanding your body's changing language. It's about noticing how a fruit eaten at the wrong time can echo through the night, causing restlessness and discomfort. Many elders feel that waking frequently is an unavoidable part of aging, but this is not always true. Sometimes it is a matter of gently tuning into the rhythms of your body, the timing of your meals, and the choices you make around food. This knowledge transforms the dining table into a place of healing and care. A bowl of carefully selected fruits becomes a quiet act of kindness toward your bladder, your sleep, and ultimately, your well-being. As you consider these insights, reflect on your own habits. What fruits do you eat after dinner? When do you eat them? Small questions that can lead to big changes. You might find it surprising how nature's simple gifts, fruits grown in your own backyard or local markets, hold the key to restful nights and peaceful mornings. The journey to restful nights is not a one-size-fits-all formula. Each body has its own story, its own sensitivities. What soothes one person may irritate another. This is why listening to your body's responses is essential. Take the time to observe. Keep a simple journal if you like. Note what fruits you eat, when and how your sleep is affected. Over days and weeks, patterns will emerge. You may discover that a late evening banana brings calm, while an after-dinner glass of citrus juice disrupts your rest. Dr. Lee emphasizes the importance of patience and gentle experimentation. Our bodies change as we age, he says, but with awareness we can support those changes rather than fight them. Beyond fruit choices, consider your overall evening routine. Hydration throughout the day, lighter dinners, and avoiding spicy or heavily seasoned foods near bedtime all contribute to bladder comfort. Remember, restful sleep is not just about quantity but quality. When your bladder is calm, your body can fully relax, repair, and rejuvenate through the night. The significance of a peaceful night extends far beyond mere comfort. Quality sleep influences mood, memory, immunity, and overall vitality. For seniors, it becomes a cornerstone of health, resilience, and independence. In this light, the fruits you choose and the timing of your meals take on new meaning. They become tools, quietly shaping your nights and days in profound ways. Consider also the community of elders who have embraced these changes, sharing stories of longer sleep stretches, reduced urgency, and mornings filled with energy instead of fatigue. These shared experiences reinforce an important truth: better nights are possible, even in later life. The journey begins not with complex treatments, but simple awareness and kindness toward your own body. As you move forward, remember that each small step, each mindful choice is an act of self-care, a declaration that your comfort and well-being matter deeply. Alongside dietary choices, lifestyle habits play a vital role in bladder health and sleep quality. Gentle physical activity during the day can improve circulation and digestion, reducing nighttime discomfort. Staying hydrated but timing fluid intake to avoid excess before bedtime also supports bladder function. Stress and anxiety, common in later years, can exacerbate bladder sensitivity. Practicing relaxation techniques such as deep breathing, meditation, or light stretching before bed may ease nervous tension and promote tranquility. Dr. Lee advises, combining mindful eating with stress management and physical care creates a holistic approach that honors the complexity of aging bodies. No single change works alone, but together these adjustments build a foundation for lasting relief. Your body, given attention and respect, responds with gratitude, quieter nights, and brighter mornings. As we conclude this exploration, Remember that aging gracefully involves listening deeply to your body's subtle messages. The foods you choose, the timing of your meals, and the care you give yourself each day weave together into your overall well-being. Small shifts, like choosing calming fruits in the evening, avoiding acidic ones at night, and pacing your meals thoughtfully, can transform restless nights into peaceful slumber. Your journey toward better sleep and bladder comfort is personal and unique. It requires patience, kindness, and curiosity about what truly supports your body. Dr. Lee encourages seniors to embrace these changes as a form of empowerment, a way to regain control over your nights and wake each morning, refreshed and ready. May this knowledge guide you gently, helping you find rest, renewal, and peace with every night's sleep.